Hello, good evening to all. So in this video lecture, I'm going to solve some problems on single phase control drives. Right, so let me go to the slide directly. So this is the problem. You can see here. So this is on single phase control drives. Now let us go to the problem. The speed of a 100 HP, 230 volts, 1200 RPM, separately excited DC motor is controlled by single phase full converter. So the converter is a single phase fully controlled converter and is connected to the separate excited DC motor. The rated motor armature current is 38 amps. He has given 38 amps the rated armature current. Armature resistance is 0.3 ohms. And the AC supply to the converter is 260 volts. So VS here it is 260 volts. Motor constant is KFI equal to 0.812 volts per RPM. Assume that the sufficient inductance is present in the armature circuit to make the motor current continuous and ripple free, right? So now he has to calculate motor torque, speed of the motor, supply power factor when the converter is operating as a rectifier. So which is in motoring region, we need to calculate. So as I discussed in the last video, when alpha is less than 90 degrees, the converter will behave like a rectifier, will convert AC power into a DC power, right? And when alpha is more than 90 degrees, then the converter will work like a inverter, and the machine will behave like a regenerative action, right? And in inverter operation, the polarity of the motor back EMF is reversed by reversing the field excitation. So that back EMF will be reversed here. Then we need to calculate the firing angle as well as power fed back to the supply, right? So let us solve one by one. Now first we'll solve when the converter is operating as a rectifier, that is in motoring action, right? So now this is the KFI value he has given, right, which is 0.812 volts per RPM. Then to convert this volt per RPM into volt second per radians, we need to multiply this factor is 60 by 2 pi. Then we'll get KFI as 1.74 volt second per radians. Then we need to calculate the torque, right? So he has given armature current as 38 amps. So you just substitute the armature current, which is 38 amps. Okay, that multiply 1.74 will give the torque, which is 66.12 Newton meter. Similarly, in the next case, we need to calculate the speed, right? So now you can see since the converter, the motor is fed from single phase fully controlled converter. So this is the average voltage of the fully controlled converter. So it is 2 Vm by pi cos alpha, where Vm equal to √2 times the supply voltage, right? So now, we know the firing angle alpha, which is 30 degrees, and Vs is 260 volts. Then we can calculate EA, right? So, and to calculate EG, so these are terminal voltage equations. EA average equal to IARA plus EG. From this one, I can write EG equal to EA minus IARA, right? We calculated EA as 202.82 minus RA, we know it is 0.3. IA is 38 amps. Then we'll get EG, which is a back EMF, is 191.42 volts, right? So, and to calculate the speed, this is an expression, EG equal to KFI into N. So from here, I can write N equal to, you just cross multiply, that is EG by KFI. So EG, just now we have calculated 191.42. Then KFI, we know it is 0.812 volts per RPM. So here it will be volt and here will be volt per RPM. Volt in the numerator, volt in the denominator will get cancelled. So the unit for the speed will get it as RPM, right? Which is 1051.8 RPM. So this is the speed of the motor, right? The next we need to calculate the power factor, supply power factor. So if the motor current is constant and ripple free as mentioned in the question, the supply current is a square wave and the amplitude has given 38 amps, right? That means the input current as well as the converter output current is also 38 amps. So the supply volt ampere, that means input voltage multiplied by input current will give the supply volt ampere. This 260 multiplied by 38 will give the volt amperes, which is 9880, right? If the converter losses are neglected, then I can say the power fed to the motor will be equal to the EA into IA, right? EA was 202.82 volts, and that multiplied by 38 will give the power given to the motor armature terminal, that is 7707.2 watts, right? So the supply power factor is given by the output power of the converter to the input power of the converter. So that you will get it as 0.78, right? So this is the supply power factor, which is 0.78, right? Then this is about when the motor is operating as, when the machine is operating as a motoring action, right? Where alpha is less than 90 degrees. Then the next problem is when the machine is operating in a regenerative action. So by changing the field excitation, the back EMF is reversed. That means it is instead of plus 191.42, it is now it is minus 191.42, right? So now you know the terminal voltage equation. It is EA equal to IARA plus EG. So now UG it is minus 191.42. We know RA is 0.3, IA is 38. Then we will get the terminal voltage during regenerative action is 191.02 volts, right? So now from this one, this is the average voltage of a fully controlled converter. So we know EA, just now we have calculated, is minus 180.02 volts, right? VM, it is 260 volts. Sorry, root 2 times the V supply. V supply is 260 volts. Then you can calculate the alpha. So alpha will be, you will get it as 140.2. Now by seeing the value of alpha, you can say now the machine is operating in a regenerative action, which is greater than 90 degrees, right? And the power fed from the DC machine. So now this is the power generated in the DC machine is EG into IA. EG is 191.42 into 38 amps the current, then it will give the power from the DC machine. Power lost due to armature resistance, you can calculate by squaring I square R, right? We know it is 38, RA is 0.3, will get the power loss in the armature is 433.2 watts. So if you subtract this power loss from the net power, then you will get power fed back to the supply, right? Which is 6840.76 watts. So this much power is fed back to the supply when the field excitation is reversed, and the machine will behave like in a regenerative action, right? So this is the first problem. Then the second problem, it is also separately, it is also on separate excited DC motor. So a separate excited DC motor is supplied from 220 volts 50 Hz source through a single phase half controlled converter. Now the converter is replaced with half controlled converter. Its field is fed through single phase semi converter with 0 degree firing angle delay, right? It is behaving like a diode bridge rectifier only. But in order to confuse the student, they may ask the question like this, right? So now the field is fed from single phase semi controlled converter, not a diode bridge rectifier. And if alpha equals 0, it behaves like a rectifier, diode bridge rectifier only, right? And motor resistance he has given 0.5. Motor constant also has given 0.5 volts second per radians. For the rated torque of 10 Newton meter at 1000 RPM, and for continuous ripple free current, we need to determine the firing angle of the armature converter, right? So overall, we need to calculate the firing angle alpha. So for a semi-controlled converter, we know the expression for the average output voltage, which is Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha, right? So this is the expression you can see here. Okay. where Vm equal root 2 times V supply. Here you can see. Okay, so now terminal voltage equation we know it is EA equal to IARA plus EG, but EG we know it is KFI into N. Okay, now to calculate KFI, KFI has given 0.5 volts per radians per second. So we need to convert this volts per radians per second to volts per RPM. So to convert that one, that we need to multiply this one with 2 pi by 60. So that you can see here, it is multiplied with 2 pi by 60. Then you will get the value in volts per RPM, right? So now this factor, it is in volts per RPM, and that multiply by 1000 RPM. So RPM in the numerator, RPM in the denominator will get cancelled. So we'll get the value of EG in volts. So which is 52.359 volts. So now this is the EG value. So our motto is to calculate the firing angle, right? And here from this expression you can calculate EA, right? So to calculate EA, right? So we should know the EG value, right? So now torque developed by the machine is KFI into IA. From this one, torque divided by KFI. Just now we have KFI value has given it is 0.5. Then torque is 10 Newton meter. Then you will get the armature current is 20 amps. Okay. So now this is the expression for EA, which is equal to IARA plus EG. So RA is 0.5, IA is 20. EG just now we have calculated is 52.359. So we'll get EA as 62.359, right? So now we know EA, right? We need to calculate the alpha. We know supply voltage, which is 220 volts. So from this expression, I can calculate the firing angle alpha, which is equal to approximately 130 degrees, right? So this is the second, this is about the second problem. Now we'll move on to the third problem. So which is also on separately excited DC motor. Let me go to the question first of all. A separately excited DC motor operating from a half controlled converter at a speed of 140 RPM. Speed he has given, you can see here. Speed is 140 RPM and has an input voltage of Vm sin omega t. Vm is 330 here. You can see the Vm, which is 330. Omega value is 314 here. And the back EMF is 80 volts. Now you can see EG equal to 80 volts. The SCRs are triggered symmetrically at alpha equal to 30 degrees. The firing angle alpha is 30 degrees he has given in every half cycle. And the armature resistance of 4 ohms, right? He has given armature resistance also, which is 4 ohms. Now we need to calculate the average armature current and motor torque. So we need to calculate torque as well as the armature current, right? So we know the expression for the torque, right? So since it is fed from semi-controlled converter, so now Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha is the average output voltage for a semi-controlled converter or half-controlled converter. So if you substitute Vm 330 and alpha 30 degrees, then you can calculate EA as 196.011 volts, right? And in terms of for a DC machine, the terminal voltage EA will be equal to drop due to resistance and the back EMF. So from this one, I can write IA equal to EA minus EG divided by RA, because all of the known factors, EA we will calculate is 196.011. EG he has mentioned in the question, it is 80 volts by divided by 4, which is the armature resistance. That will give the armature current of 29.0025 amps. Now, next we need to calculate the torque. Torque equal to KFI into IA. That's the expression, right? Now here you can see the torque value, which is KFI into IA. So IA we know, right? We don't know this KFI. So to calculate this KFI, we know the EG value, right? EG is equal to KFI into N. So from this one, I can calculate KFI because EG is 80, N is 140. Then that will give in volts per RPM. So we need to convert this volt per RPM into volt second per radians. That to To achieve that, we need to multiply this factor with 60 by 2 pi, right? So that will give the Ka value in volt second per radians, which is 3.456 volt seconds per radians. So now you can substitute the value of KFI in this expression, 1.3 in this expression. We know Ia value, just now we have calculated, is 29.0025. So I will get the torque value as 158.256 Newton meter. So this is the torque of a separately excited DC motor. So this is about the third problem. Now we'll move on to two more problems. You please try to solve these problems. Now here you can see the question. So a 220 volts, 875 RPM, 150 amps, separately excited DC motor has an armature resistance of Ra, which is 0.05 ohms. It is fed from single phase fully controlled converter with a source voltage of 220 and 50 hertz. So normally a student will get confused. Instead of considering the input voltage we supply is 220, they will consider this one, right? So here they will do the mistakes. Now these are the things associated with the motor specifications. So the motor will operate at this voltage, the rated speed of the motor is this much, the rated current is this much. These are associated with the motor specifications. But the converter is fading from 220 volts 50 hertz supply. Assuming continuous conduction, calculate the firing angle for a rated motor torque and speed of 800 RPM. Now we need to consider the speed is this much, not this one, 875. So the motor is running at this much speed, 800 RPM. So you need to calculate the firing angle alpha. So since it is a fully controlled converter, in case of fully controlled converter, we know the average voltage is 2 Vm by pi into cos alpha, right? So calculate Ea from Eg expression, because we know Eg equal to Ea equal to IaRa plus Eg, right? Try to calculate Eg, Ra we know, the current we know, and from this extract the value of Ea. So if you know the value of Ea, you just substitute here, because Vm is √2 times the supply voltage. √2 times this 220 will give the Vm value. Then you can easily calculate the firing angle alpha, right? So this question has given in December 2016, right? And the last question from this single phase control drives is this one. It's a fifth problem. So if a single phase fully controlled converter is supplying a separately excited DC motor, he has to calculate, he has to draw the waveforms, draw the relevant waveforms and explain the various operating modes of the drive with the motoring and regenerative braking, right? As I told you, when alpha, in case of semi-controlled, in case of fully controlled converter, when alpha is less than 90 degrees, the machine will behave like a motor. So try to draw the average output voltage waveform, output current waveform, input current waveform, considering the alpha less than 90 degrees, let us say 45 degrees, right? Similarly, to work the machine in regenerative braking mode, the alpha should be more than 90 degrees. So now consider the value which is more than 90 degrees, let us say 120 degrees. So at this 120 degrees, try to draw the input voltage waveform, input current waveform, output voltage waveform, output current waveform, everything, right? So to know more about this problem, you can go through the Thyristor DC drives by Dr. P.C. Sen textbook. Thank you. So in the next video, we'll discuss about three-phase control drives.